Hey guys, today we're talking about booking Kanye West and why I think that's not necessarily the best idea for everybody. Here's why. A couple weeks ago, my friend Jake and I were at a coffee shop. We had just been listening to a new album that was released by a singer called Kanye West. He's a rap artist, he's a producer, he's famous, you've probably heard of him. He hangs out with the president. Look, he knows people. Anywho, there was a whole bunch of controversy surrounding Kanye West on whether his conversion was legitimate or not amongst Christian circles, and we just happened to be kicking the idea around, kicking the conversation around. Jake and I had been looking for a way to reach our city. We're rural, we're country, we're predominantly Anglo? Is Anglo a word?
Anglo.
We're predominantly white. Look, we're predominantly white. We have a college that is a mixture of cultures and races, and we really want to reach that university for Jesus, and we got to thinking, man, who better to do so than Kanye West? Here's the problem. You don't really just get to sit down with Kanye West. You really don't even get to sit down with his assistants. He's in high demand. He's high up in the music industry, and right now, all of Christianity wants to book him for their event because they're having the same idea. Just think about this. Thousands of believers and thousands upon thousands of unbelievers are flocking to Kanye's services, and they're hearing the gospel. How do you get that in your city? That's the adventure we wanted to embark on with Jesus. Was he in it? Did he want to use Kanye to come to our city? Now, several weeks go by, and we're not having any luck getting in touch with Kanye. Surprise, surprise. But we met somebody through Heart of Many Colors. I met somebody through Heart of Many Colors. Jake already knew him as a friend of his. But when we were in Florida, we met up with a guy named Chris.
This is Chris. He's helping us out, showing us around. He's the mastermind.
He is a young videographer who owns a production company, and he has been tasked with shooting a documentary for a very well-known Christian evangelist. And we'll call him Daniel.
My name is Chris Worthington. I work for Daniel on contract for this year, 2020. I travel with him and film him doing stuff. That stadium over there, there's a conference about to happen. So right now we just got into Awaken 2020. We just came up this tunnel right here. We got some, I think they're dancing for Eddie James. If we take a look this way, this is where the event's happening.
He follows Daniel around all around the world, filming behind the scenes, what it looks like when people get healed, what it looks like when people get delivered. Chris documents what it looks like at these massive gatherings when all of the chaos is going on. Most people just see a good show, but behind the scenes, there's demonic manifestations, there's healings, and that is Chris's job, to capture those moments. It just so happens that Chris was going to be filming Daniel in Phoenix, Arizona. You could Google it if you want to know what I'm talking about. And as fate would have it, the guy whom Chris was filming would be at the same event at the same time as Kanye West, and we might be able to get a sit-down interview. And he said, man, I could use some extra help. Would you guys come out and just be second shooters? And we were all over that. The seas had parted, the skies had opened, and here we go, guys. We're getting ready to meet Kanye West. However, when we showed up, it was a little different story. Our badges and our passes weren't there.
So now we're here, and we're told to come here. We're waiting for a lady named Stephanie to come and bring us our access. And then we're about to meet up with Kanye. And he's about to roll in right over there.
We spent the majority of the morning, as the whole conference is beginning to ramp up, we spent it outside waiting for badges and passes. Another element was there was a protest. Apparently there was some sort of controversy between the LGBTQ community and the people hosting the event. We didn't know about any of it. However, it did affect attendance. Nobody was there. Nobody was there until Kanye and the Sunday Service showed up. I don't think I can fully articulate what happened when Kanye and Sunday Service showed up. Kanye is brilliant. He's a brilliant producer, and he's a brilliant man, but I think God has given him something special here in that he's not the spiritual guru. He doesn't push himself forward as the spiritual guru. As a matter of fact, he allows the gospel choir to just bring in the presence of the Lord. I've been around a lot of good gospel choirs in my day. This one was electric. There's nothing like Sunday Service. They know that they are hosting the presence of the living God, and they do so very well. When the voices hit those thousands of watts that are coming out of the speakers, it is literally electric. You can feel it pulsating through your body. It's a total immersive immersive experience as they leave the stage and then they join you in the crowd and they are worshiping. Whether it was 30,000, whether it was 50, they are worshiping. But the funny thing is, in that time, whenever Kanye and the Sunday Service came into the stadium filled. It went from 8,000 people to, pastor numbers here, I know, but I would guess around 30,000 people, 30,000 people came into that stadium to hear the gospel, to worship Jesus. I don't know if that was their purpose, but that's what ended up happening. Here's some takeaways of what we learned, though. Immediately after the service was over, immediately after Sunday Service exited the stage, so did the crowd. And that was very disheartening. So between nobody showing up, there being controversy surrounding it, it was a massive influx of people who just wanted to see a show, and they didn't necessarily want to remain for the amazing testimonies that would follow. Brian Head Welch came afterwards. Jeremy Riddle came and worshiped some more afterwards, and the people didn't stick around for it. They definitely wanted to have a megastar there in their midst, but they wanted to riot and picket and all of the things that go along with having a megastar. We didn't know if we wanted that for Stephenville, Texas. Between schedules, the massive influx of people, the security and logistic issues, not to mention that Kanye doesn't want to meet anyone that Kanye doesn't want to meet. Mr. West, as they said at the event, is Mr. West. He sets the agenda. You're not going to get a sit-down interview. Even the guy that we were there filming didn't get a sit-down interview with Kanye because Mr. West is Mr. West. Here's our takeaway from the whole Kanye West experience. If I was to boil it down, it is the one thing that matters. I don't feel like it was on the heart of God for us to invite Kanye West. And how I know is because we didn't get to sit down with Kanye West when we had the waters parted for us. We didn't get a chance to say, Kanye, would you consider coming to Stephenville, Texas? Now, if you happen to see this video, Kanye, let's talk. What changed in us is we no longer feel that we need a draw to pack the stadium. What we feel like is appropriate for Stephenville, Texas, and what is on the heart of God is a grassroots, person-to-person encounter with our King, where he will draw people into himself and he will magnify himself. Are we going to have big names and we're going to have big gatherings? Sure, I'm sure that we're going to, but that won't be the thing that brings people to Christ in its entirety. It's going to be grassroots. It's going to be a big movement. We were thinking, let's be forced into the stadium rather than drawing people to it. Let's lift up the person of Christ and have him draw all people unto himself. Hopefully, if you are looking for permission to not go after Kanye West, this was that. He is an amazing creator. His gospel band is amazing. What he has is electric. It is a full-body, total immersion experience. I'm just saying, for our particular fit in Stephenville, Texas, for what we are looking for, what we feel led of the Lord to do, booking Kanye West was not a good idea. And experiencing the Sunday service changed the way that we do things and the way that we think about reaching people. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you aren't already. I'll see you in the next video, and I am hoping to help you taste and see the extravagant love of God with every video. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.
Keep on moving, don't stop now. Keep on moving.